Our journey begins. It is day 92, August 31st, 2024. And I just wanted to talk about potentially the pivot that I'll be making from more of the movement movie and the condensed movie and the movement Genesis setup, and a little bit to something a little bit different. And I always hesitate when you cut to these moments of, oh man, why would I postpone what I've been working on to go work on something else? Like, this just shiny new object syndrome? Like, what is there actually a good reason that I should switch, that I should pivot? And here's what I've been thinking about. The daily videos were sort of supposed to be a way to gain some sort of audience of people interested in what's going on and ways to make the world a better place and stuff like that. And then from there, you would be able to sort of help gain an audience of people who are interested in actually doing the movement stuff. And so you'd have an audience to transition into the movement Genesis. But that hasn't been working. And I think it is time that I realize that it's not gonna work to just make the movie, to just make the condensed movie. I mean, I could try to make the condensed movie so good that it's like a viral thing, but then you'd still only be going for the movement Genesis. And I'm coming up to this deadline, to this timeline, and I'm like, well, the movement Genesis is great, but there's no way it can be self-sustaining, and no way that we can really make things happen a lot. And which is where you sort of come to this thing of, okay, what can we do? And that's why, as I've been describing the last 2 days, this idea of bringing back in the idea of being able to make a sustainable amount of money to be able to work more so on this stuff and really make the start of the movement movie like really awesome and really amazing. And so that's what I've been thinking about today. I did a huge long mind map session and a lot of exploration into this idea of, I guess I won't say what it is yet, but it's basically something where I would be providing a lot of value to people through the community that it creates and the resources that I help to sort of pull together, but it would cost very, very little. And so the benefit would be that you would be in this community for people, and then that they could improve their lives a lot. But the benefit for me would be a very, very small amount per person, that I would be able to make a small amount of monetary value so that I could have a sustainable way to really make the movement movie really, really special, something that I actually wanted to send out there, something that could actually go viral, something that does actually adequately explain what I want to talk about. And I think that's why I was sort of a little bit worried about things, because I was like, man, this when I recorded the movie, like, it was just me talking, telling a story, which is great. But I was like, this has basically no viral potential. Maybe a couple people would watch it. And then I was like, well, I'll make the condensed version. And I don't really have the editing skills or the time to really make a whole bunch of 3D worlds to really build that out and really make that awesome before the timeline will be up, and then I won't have really done what I needed to do. And so this is where I think this idea is actually very going to be very important and something that can actually work. So it is one of those deals where, how do you know if you should switch? And it's like, I mean, I just explained why I think I should switch to something else. And then it's like, okay, well, what could I switch to? And I think that this idea actually does start things by creating a community of people interested in at least the concept of making their lives the best possible. And then you could eventually transition to helping people to help make the world the best place possible. And that would be that would be the best. And then if it could go, and I think that this idea could go much more viral and be very beneficial in this exact moment for millions of people. And so I think this is a decent idea. Just one of those things where you're never really sure. Should you make this pivot? Should you not? How long should you wait before going full force into it? I think if I have the passion, this is a good enough idea that I should just go full force into it. See how far I can get, see how much I can get done as soon as quick, like just as quickly as possible. All right. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.